morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. I'm Ron Brown. This is Tech for Senior. It is episode 262. Hewie, we did 262 shows. And it is, of course, April the 14th, 2025. Welcome, everyone, to the show. It's going to be we have an action-packed show for you today, lots of things to talk about. And we have, so I think you'll enjoy it. Sit back, relax. The show will go for about an hour, and then, of course, we have our Q&A and the premiere versions of our premiere videos for. And today, the three selections that we'll be having is I'm going to talk about a popular video I made about a year ago on how to email photos. I think you'll find it interesting, and you should enjoy that. Now, we have a slight scheduling change because Bob's away, and we're going to, so he wasn't able to send his tech talk in today. So we're going to take one of the videos that we were going to show in our premiere version, and it's a popular video Hewie did about a year ago called Merging Two Pictures. I think you'll find it refresher, and it's a great video, and we're going to play that instead, and that'll be one of our premiere videos. Now, for those of you who are maybe new here, we also have a Thursday show. We have a Thursday show which is on Thursday, actually, which is sort of cool. And so we talk about news and all sorts of things on mostly news reports on Thursday. But one of the things we discussed last week was the different launchers. And this was a concept that I thought that it merited a little bit of thought. And why would you want another launcher on a phone? And for us, it probably doesn't make a lot of difference, but it could be for someone who is, let's say, in a nursing home who doesn't understand cell phones and needs something real simple to use. So you could change the launcher. Now, Bob did a video about this. Let me just remove the spotlight. Bob did a video about this. It's a short video I just want to play using a different launcher. And I want to just play this for you. It's only a 2-minute video. It's pretty short. And I just want to play this quickly for you. And it'll sort of refresh the concept of a different launcher. And I'm not saying we need to do that, you or I, but it certainly could help people who are struggling with technology. So let's just have a look at what Bob said about this. And it's called the Uncomplicated Launcher.
If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and get involved. The Uncomplicated Launcher, designed for seniors on your Android phone, helps to make calls and send messages easily. Set alarms to remind you of important things. Even helps you organize the time to take your medication. Your apps are easily accessible, arranged alphabetically. It even has protection if your phone is unlocked and in your pocket. If the phone is unlocked in your pocket, touches on the screen will automatically be disabled. It also has accidental touches protection. Prevents fingers slightly on the edges of the screen from being interpreted as a pinch, swipe, or scroll action. Clicks will even work while holding the phone with fingers on the screen. There are multiple themes available, so you're sure to find the one that best suits you. If you think this will make use of the phone easier for you, why not get it now for free from Google Play? Just follow the link listed at the top. Stay safe, stay secure, make life a bit simpler. Bye-bye.
So that is, so I just wanted to bring that up because if you have a loved one who is maybe struggling with technology, you want to do a Zoom meeting with them once a week, and they have a cell phone, but they don't know how to use it. You could have one button just programmed on there that would just connect to the Zoom meeting. So I just wanted to run that by everyone so it isn't all, because there are alternative launchers that you can have on your cell phone. So, all right. Let's move on. We've got, just want to introduce everybody. Hewie, welcome. You had a good WinSig yesterday. That was really popular. Good attendance.
Yes, good. And we had a lot of topics. It was a long list of items, and we got through almost all of them. And we at least mentioned all of them. And the video will be on the CFCS YouTube channel later today.
Excellent, excellent. That's good. And Bill James is going, smile, Bill, because he may not be here shortly. He's going to be healthy wise. He's going to be fine, but he has a new electric car and he's having a big, super fast charging system put in his, and the electricians are, as we speak, in his house. So they may just pull the power, which is not so
Well,
good with electronic.
they said they wouldn't have to do that. So
Oh, is that right? So we're going to see you for the whole show then.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. That's
Excited
great.
about my charger.
All right. And then, of course, we have Chris and Jim. You don't have your nautical theme, sort of your nautical, your life jackets on, or what are you going to wear? What are you going to change
Just wait till next week.
You got to have a new, you should have some of those nautical striped, things that you could wear that'll be a
I'll have a little sailor cap on. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
yeah, you gotta sort of, that'll be sort of cool, eh?
We'll change our propeller beanies into sailor hats.
And
Yeah.
we get on board on Sunday, and I was thinking about telling you, oh, I'm not going to be able to be to have a segment ready for Monday. But then I think, well, why we should be able to just go live and say hi and show some pictures from the ship. You will have the first look at our
Yeah.
new
I think
home.
that'd be great. Yeah. Why not? Why not? Video some parts of the ship and what you're doing, and it would all be just really great. We're looking through your eyes. We're experiencing things that we can't even dream that we're going to do, right? So it's you are our future, whatever we'll call it. We're going to look through your eyes and your videos. I think it'd be great. Sure. That's great. That'd be super.
Ports of call.
Ports of call. And of course, Mike Leaman. Mike, how's things going?
Good, good. A little cool here yet, but they
All
tell
right.
us summer is really going to come eventually.
All right. Great. I got your videos downloaded, by the way. I can play them for you. That's no problem. I've got them.
Okay,
I've got them. Load them up. All right. Let's get going with the show. We've got lots of things to do. The first one we're going to play is I'm going to play Hewie's. This is really cool. Watch this. This is an excellent, very interesting. Let's have a look here. If I can find it, because I've got so many to play today. Here we go.
Merge two pictures side by side with this free image composition tool. I'm Hewie POplock. The goal for this video is to end up with an image of 4 images in one. Here are the 4. This is my brother and I in our 70s, in our 80s, when we were toddlers, and in our teens. We want to make all of those into one picture. That's our goal. Now, the first thing we're going to notice is my brother is on the left in 3 pictures, but not in all 4. And we want to make them all alike. So we're using Irfan view. So what we can do there is we can go into image and we can say, we're going to do a horizontal, and bingo. Now my brother is on the left in all of them. So now what we need to do is combine them. Next, we want to merge 2 pictures together. Let's do the horizontal first. We can do vertically or horizontally. We can reduce, we can not adjust at all. We can magnify the smallest, reduce the biggest, or crop the biggest. We are going to reduce the biggest. You can have a thickness of the border, and let's make our border 3. So there'll be a border, and we can check the color of what the border is. We're leaving it at white. So now we can choose the files. So the first thing we want to do is pick the file that's going to go on the right, and we'll make it that one. And then we're going to take the teenage years and put it on the left. So we've got those two pictures, and we're telling it to do them horizontally and to reduce the biggest. So when we tell it to merge, there they are together with the white border. We're going to tell it we want to download a JPEG, and it's downloaded it, and we're done with that. So next we want to go ahead and clear this, so we'll just refresh the screen. Now we're going to take the two at the top is number 2, this one is number 1, and this time we're going to tell it we want to do them vertically. We're going to continue to reduce the biggest. We want the thickness again at 3, so the border is going to be white, and we just tell it to merge. And there we go. Got the 80s on top, then the 70s. So we're going to tell it we want to download it. We click it once, and it's downloaded it. Okay, so next what we want to do is we want to clear it again. So we'll refresh, get it back to where we want. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put this image, we're going to put right here. And we're going to take this image and we're going to put it right here. Okay, and again, what we want to do this is do it vertically. Or do we just want to leave it alone? Let's see what we have. Do not adjust. Let's just leave them. And the thickness again is 3 for the border. And we're ready to merge. We'll click merge. There's our picture. We'll download it. And there's our picture with all 4 in one photograph. And again, my brother Mel is on the left on all of them, and I'm on the right. I haven't changed much at all from baby to my 80s. Pine Tools does much more than just image merging. Let's take a look at some of these things. Pine Tools is a website that offers a vast collection of free online tools for various everyday tasks. It provides tools for the following categories: mathematics, colors, text and lists, numbers, date and time, images. This includes the merge images, but also many other items that you can do with images. Randomness, files, programming. Pine Tools essentially provides a wide range of utilities in one convenient website, making it a handy resource for various tasks. Let's look at some other examples of tools in Pine Tools. Earlier we flipped a picture using Irfan View, but why not use Pine Tools? In order to do that, we'll say flip image. We'll click here. And the image we wanted to flip was this one. We're going to flip it left and right because we want my brother on the left of me. So we just tell it to flip. And there it is. And then we can download it. And there it is. Let's try some random choices here. Let's try a random number generator. We'll click it. Now, what's the lowest number we want? Let's say we've got a list of names. We want a winner of a contest. So we've got all the names and we've got a number associated with each one. And let's say we've got 62 people on our list. Do you want to include the limits? That means including 1 and 62. We will do so. Allow duplicates? No, we don't want any duplicates. And the total quantity of numbers, we want the top 5. The type of numbers, we want integers. Non-integers means it will be percentages with so many percentage places. We're just going to have integers. We want whole numbers. Then, do you want to sort the numbers? No, we're going to leave them in the order that they come up. And then the numbers listed on the same line, no, we want separate lines. And a separator, no, we don't need that. And so we're going to go ahead and tell it to generate. And bingo, there's our top 5. 37, 39, 46, 60, and 55. If for whatever reason we wanted to do it again, we could say clear and then do it again. Now we have 21, 46, 28, 62, and 15. So that's how you could generate a list of winners in a contest, or just pick out certain people to do something from a list of names. Staying in randomness, let's try a password generator. You've got the choice of using lowercase. Yes, we want lowercase. We want uppercase. We want numeric digits, 0 to 9, and we also want some symbols. The length of the password, let's make it 18. And the number of passwords, we're going to create 10 of them. We want them on separate lines, and we tell it to generate. And there's our passwords. And you can download them, you can copy them, put them in a list, and then use them as you need them. Another that you might use on a regular basis would be here under text and lists. Let's try under more, and let's try case converter. Let's take some original text or some text. This is the regular text. There's several things that you can convert it to. You can change it all to lowercase, all to uppercase, up to title case, capitalized case, where the first letter of every word is capitalized, your sentence case, where the first letter of every sentence is capitalized, and then there's some others. So let's try first all lowercase, and then tell it to convert, and it's now all in lowercase. Let's try it again and say we want it all in uppercase. And we tell it to convert, and now it's all in uppercase. We want it in sentence case and tell it to convert, and now the first letter of each sentence is capitalized. Well, what else can we do? Under here, we've got other. Have you ever had the situation where you hit the caps lock by mistake? And so let's go ahead and invert this just to show you what it looks like, where this might have happened, where your first letter is supposed to be capitalized, it's small, and everything else is capital. You don't want to retype it all. So let's copy this and paste it over here. Now what we want to do is we want to inverse the case. We'll go ahead and tell it to convert. Now it's worked the way it should be. Merge two pictures side by side with this free image composition tool. I'm Hewie POplock.
Hey, those are my numbers. Did I win? Did I win the lottery? Those are my numbers, Hewie. Good one. Man, that caps lock thing, I do that all the time. I always mess up with caps lock. That is so cool.
Yes.
And
handy.
Lots of good stuff there. Excellent. All right. Thanks for doing that. Bill, I've got your video teed up ready to go. Is that okay?
That's fine.
I'll play it, and we will get on now. Let's see what Bill has to say.
Hello, what's up everybody? It's Bill James here, Tech for Senior. Today we're diving into something that's becoming a bigger and bigger part of our lives every day, voice assistants and how they can simplify and spice up everyday life. Who here has ever said, "Hey Siri" or "Alexa"? I know I have, it's almost second nature now. Most people think of these for weather and alarms, but they can do so much more. We're talking next level convenience, organization, and even entertainment, all just by using your voice. So in this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about voice assistants, from the basics to some seriously cool hidden features. Let's get into it. All right, so first things first, what exactly are we talking about here? Voice assistants are basically like super smart computer programs that live on your devices. They're always listening. Don't worry, we'll get to the privacy stuff later for their wake word, like hey Siri or okay Google. Once you say that magic phrase, they're ready to take your commands. And we're talking way more than just basic stuff. You've got your big players like Siri on Apple devices, Alexa on Amazon's Echo devices, and Google Assistant on, well, pretty much everything Google these days. Even Samsung has Bixby, though it hasn't quite caught on the same way. The cool thing is, voice assistants aren't just stuck on your phone anymore. They're in smart speakers like the Amazon Echo and Google Nest, your headphones, your car, even your refrigerator. Okay, maybe not everyone has a smart fridge yet, but you get the idea. They're becoming more and more integrated into our lives, and that's where the real magic starts to happen. So we've all used voice assistants for the simple stuff, right? You know, those basic tasks that make life just a little bit easier. Checking the weather, setting alarms, that kind of thing. But there's so much more these devices can do, but let's talk about how these things can actually level up your day-to-day. They can be your personal assistant, your DJ, and even your home manager. First up, reminders and lists. These are lifesavers for anyone juggling a busy schedule. This is a game changer for forgetful people like me. No more sticky notes all over the place. Just say something like, hey Siri, remind me to call mom at 7 p.m. and boom, you're good to go. It's like having a personal secretary. You can even create shared lists with your family, so everyone's on the same page for groceries or chores. No more duplicate purchases or missed items. Speaking of communication, voice assistants can make calls and send texts for you too. It's incredibly convenient. Driving and need to send a quick message? No problem, just use your voice assistant. Just tell your assistant who to text and what to say. It's that simple. It's way safer than trying to type while you're on the road. Safety first always. And of course, we got to talk about music and podcasts. These are the fun parts. This is where voice assistants really shine. They can set the mood for any occasion. Just say, Alexa, play some lo-fi beats and you've got the perfect chill-out soundtrack. It's like having a DJ on demand, or catch up on your favorite podcasts hands-free while you're cooking or working out. Multitasking has never been easier. But here's where things get really futuristic. Controlling your smart home devices. It's like living in a sci-fi movie. Imagine walking in the door after a long day and saying, hey Google, turn on the lights and set the thermostat to 72. Instant comfort. That's the future, people, and it's available right now. It's not just for tech enthusiasts anymore. And let's not forget the power of knowledge at your fingertips. These devices can answer almost any question you throw at them. Need to settle a bet? Just ask your voice assistant. It's like having a trivia master in your home. Want to know the latest news? They've got you covered. Stay updated without lifting a finger. It's like having a walking, talking encyclopedia right there in your pocket. The convenience is unmatched. Oh, and if you need a laugh, voice assistants can tell you jokes or even sing you a song. They're full of surprises. You never know what they'll come up with next. All right, now it's time to get into some of the lesser-known features that really make voice assistants special. These features are often overlooked but can significantly enhance your daily life. These are the things that most people don't even realize they can do, but once you start using them, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. They can save you time, make your home smarter, and even add a bit of fun to your routine. First up, daily briefings. Imagine waking up and having all the information you need for the day delivered to you without lifting a finger. This is like having your own personal assistant start your day off right. You can customize it to include weather updates, news headlines, traffic reports, and even your calendar events. Just say something like, Alexa, good morning, and you'll get a personalized rundown of the weather, news, and anything else you need to know to get your day started. It's a great way to stay informed and organized. Next, let's talk about the drop-in feature. This is a game changer for households with multiple rooms or even for staying in touch with loved ones. This is mostly for devices like the Amazon Echo, and it basically lets you use your smart speakers like an intercom system. You can instantly communicate with anyone in your home without having to shout across rooms. You can instantly connect with other Echo devices in your home, or even call family and friends who have the feature set up. It's perfect for quick check-ins or family announcements. But one of my favorite things about voice assistants is the ability to create routines. This feature can truly transform how you interact with your smart home devices. This is where you can combine multiple actions into a single command. Imagine saying one phrase and having several things happen at once. For example, you could create a good morning routine that turns on your lights, starts your coffee maker, and plays the news, all with just one phrase. It's like having a butler at your service. And finally, let's not forget about the safety features that voice assistants offer. These can be crucial in emergency situations. In case of an emergency, you can use your voice to call for help, even if your phone is out of reach. This can be a lifesaver, especially for those who live alone or have mobility issues. Just make sure you have the feature enabled and your location services turned on. This ensures that emergency services can find you quickly and accurately. Now, I know what you're thinking. All this voice control stuff sounds amazing, but what about privacy? It's a question that comes up often, and for good reason. It's a valid concern, especially when we're talking about devices that are always listening. These devices are designed to be attentive, but that doesn't mean they are recording everything you say. The good news is tech companies are aware of these concerns and have built in a lot of security features to protect your information. They employ advanced encryption and regular security updates to keep your data safe. First and foremost, nothing you say is recorded or stored unless you use the wake word. This means the device is in a passive listening mode until it hears the specific command. So, feel free to have those private conversations without worrying about your voice assistant eavesdropping. Your everyday discussions remain private and secure. You can also mute the microphone on your devices if you want to be extra cautious. This is a simple yet effective way to ensure your device isn't listening when you don't want it to. Most smart speakers have a physical button for this, and you can easily disable the microphone on your phone through the settings. It's a quick step that adds an extra layer of privacy. If you're really concerned about the data that's being collected, you can always go into the settings of your voice assistant and clear your history. This gives you control over what information is stored. This will delete any recordings of your voice commands so you can start fresh. It's a good practice to do this regularly to maintain your privacy. And finally, when you're setting up smart home devices, make sure you're using a trusted network and a strong password. This is crucial for keeping your devices secure from potential threats. This will help to prevent unauthorized access to your devices and your personal information. By taking these steps, you can enjoy the convenience of voice assistants while keeping your data safe. So we've covered a lot of ground here, but the truth is this is just the beginning for voice assistants. As technology continues to evolve, we can expect to see even more innovative and exciting uses for these powerful tools. Imagine a world where you can control every aspect of your home with just your voice, from the lights and temperature to the appliances and entertainment system. We're already seeing glimpses of this future with smart homes, but it's only going to get more advanced and integrated. Voice assistants are also becoming increasingly personalized. They're learning our habits, preferences, and even our emotions, which allows them to provide us with even more tailored and helpful experiences. And as artificial intelligence continues to develop, we can expect voice assistants to become even more intelligent and capable. They'll be able to understand us better, respond to our needs more effectively, and even anticipate our wants before we even ask. The future of voice assistants is full of possibilities. And it's exciting to think about how these technologies will continue to shape the way we live, work, and interact with the world around us. So there you have it, guys. Voice assistants, they're not just for setting timers anymore. We've gone from basic commands to controlling our homes, staying organized, and even getting a little help in emergencies. And the best part is, this technology is constantly evolving. Who knows what kind of crazy, cool features we'll have in a few years. Maybe we'll be talking to our self-driving cars or ordering pizza with the power of thought. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the idea. The point is, voice assistants are becoming a bigger and bigger part of our lives, and for good reason. They're convenient, they're powerful, and they have the potential to make our lives a whole lot easier. So if you haven't already, I encourage you to dive in and start exploring everything that voice assistants have to offer. You might be surprised at just how much they can do. So that's it for this breakdown of voice assistants. Hopefully you learned a thing or two and maybe even discovered some features you didn't know existed. It's crazy how much these things can do, and they're only getting more advanced. Big thanks to you for listening. As always, thanks for watching. This is Bill James, Tech for Senior. Stay curious and keep exploring.
Thanks, Bill. That's great. I have the ℙ𝕝𝕗 devices in all the rooms in my house, and I have some of them like out in the garage, the Echo Flex, which is pretty cheap to put in. There was a time 2 or 3 years ago where Gail was quite sick and she was calling for me, and I was working down in the garage and I couldn't hear her. So if you use the term broadcast, and it will go and it broadcasts out to all the devices in the house. So now it's hey, it's dinner time. And I know when to come for dinner, but they broadcast to all of them. So for a safety and security, it's great. Excellent, thanks. Lots of questions probably coming up about that, but let's get on now because the next one is on AI security. This is number 8 in my series. I've got 2 more left. I know I finally figured out what the topics are going to be. So anyway, enjoy this one, and this will be on security. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Ron Brown, and this is Tech for Senior. This is episode 8 of a 10-part series on understanding AI for the over 50 group or the beginner group. So today's episode 8 is about security and privacy features. Now we're going to be discussing the security and privacy features of Gemini, Copilot, and ChatGPT. I'm going to be explaining how these work on my PC and also the mobile version on my Pixel 8 Pro phone. I'll have demonstrations of both for you, and then we will get together at the end and do a bit of a summary, and this will be episode 8. Now, if you want to watch the whole series, I've clicked the link to the prior 7 episodes that you can watch. They'll be in the description as well. So enjoy the video, and we'll talk to you in a few minutes. So we're now going to look at security and privacy features in ChatGPT. I'm going to show you the areas that you need to look at in the PC version and also the mobile version. So let's have a look. I'm currently on my PC. This is a Windows 10 machine, and I'm going to show you where you can look. Now, you'll see here in the that I have, of course, ChatGPT up, and this is a familiar screen for you. On the left-hand side, you'll see the areas that you probably are familiar with, but that's not where the items are that we want to look for. I want you to go over to the right side, and the first thing you're going to see is this little button at the top here. This is called a temporary chat. So let's see what happens when we click this. So this is the temporary chat, and this chat won't appear in history, create memories, or be used to train models. And they're going to keep this for about 30 days, and then it will be deleted. So if you're concerned about security, you may want to use a temporary chat. This is going to just be processed on your local machine. Let's come over here, and you'll see my picture here. You'll see, of course, I'm using the paid version, but this should be the same on a non-paid version. So let's go over to settings. We're going to click my icon here. We're going to come up, and we're going to come down now to settings. I want to focus on data controls. So we're going to come down to data controls, and here's where you'll see I have it set improve the model for everyone. And this is where you're going to be sharing your data, and it's going to be using your information to improve the product. You can turn this off. Let's see what happens when we click here, improve the model for everyone. I'm going to turn this off. Okay, and you'll also see at the bottom here, this also turns off and locks voice mode, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to say I'm done, but I'm going to turn this back on, and if we turn it back on, then we have a choice that in voice mode you can include your audio recordings or you can include your video recordings for analysis. And you can either turn this off or on with this toggle switch. If you turn the whole model improvement off, of course, these are locked and you can't do that. So these are some choices for you. We also have here on shared links, this would be links that you have used when you were doing your searches, and you can, of course, remove these and delete these links if you want. You have export your data. You can request your data be exported. Your account data and chats will be included in the export. And if you want to confirm the export, then it will come to you in a zipped file. I did try that, and it's very confusing. There's a lot of information there. It's all in different formats. It was going to take me a long time to figure out, and didn't think that I would be using it or interested in it. But it is there. If you think that is something you're going to use, it is available for you. Now let's come down and look at security. We're going to come here, and I would encourage you to use multi-factor authentication to log in. If you're on any mobile devices or anything that you may have some security issues with, multi-factor authentication is recommended, and simply enable that and go through the process. Here is if you have multiple devices and you want to log out simultaneously of all your devices, just click this and it will log out. So those are the settings that you should be aware of in the PC version. Now let's look at the mobile version. So we're now on my Pixel 8 Pro, and we're going to open up ChatGPT on our mobile version. So let's come up here, and we're going to click on ChatGPT and start it up. So we're now in ChatGPT on our mobile device, and if we come up to the top right, and it's going to open up. First of all, we have a temporary chat, which we discussed before, or by opening up those three dots, we of course get different options for the modeling for our search. That's not where we want to be for the information. We're going to come over on the left-hand side and click those two little bars, and this is going to come, and then we're going to come all the way down to the bottom, and we're going to click on our my picture here, and of course we're going to come down to data controls and personalization. And of course, when we come to data controls, you'll see the same menu that we had previously. This is where it all is, but I'll draw your attention down to the bottom to a feature called Clear Chat History. And if we click this, we can clear the history. And we just confirm that now, Clear Chat History. And so basically these are the features. And again, we have the export data, which we've talked about before. So pretty similar, but you're just finding it at the bottom left instead of the top right. So that's ChatGPT on a mobile device. It's pretty similar. You just find it in different locations. All right, we're now on my Windows 10 machine. This is Gemini. So let's have a look at the screen. You're probably familiar with the screen. You of course have the top right-hand corner where you'll see my icon. Over the left, you have our usual chat history. But I want you to go where we find this is, again, different than the other two, is we come down on the left-hand side, and you need to go to activity. Activity is where you're going to find your privacy controls here, not in settings. If you click settings, it's not going to give you what you want. It's activity. You want to choose the activity button, and when you choose the activity button, it's going to take you to My Activity. If you come up here, it's myactivity.google.com. Now, so the first thing you're going to see in this menu is it says Gemini apps give you direct access to Google AI. Your data, your chats are saved in your account for up to 72 hours, whether Gemini apps activity is turned on or off. So I have mine turned on. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But even if you have them turned off, they're going to be saved for 72 hours. Google uses the data to provide the service, maintain its safety and security, and process any feedback that you choose to provide. So let's look at the first toggle that you'll have. Gemini apps activity, and mine is turned on. So let's turn it off. And if you want to do that, that's fine. Your future chats will not be reviewed or used to improve machine learning models unless you choose to send Google feedback about your chat. So you can turn this off. And I'm going to turn it back on. I'll show you why in a minute. So you have your choice there. You can either turn this on or you can turn it off. Now, deleting activity older than 18 months, you can certainly set this now to auto-delete your activity. And I have mine set automatically every 18 months. It sort of cleans it out. And I'll show you why this is important in a minute. Is that, and you can set this for 3 months, 18 months, or 36 months. You can also say don't auto-delete. So this is something that you have your choice over this. But I'm going to show you something that's interesting because it saves all your chats. So you have your little chat with Gemini, and let me say, for example, I wanted to find out how to make a crab dip appetizer. I was looking for that. We're having some people over tonight for dinner, and I thought I want to make a crab dip appetizer. Well, look what happens here. If I click details, it tells me exactly what's there. So all your chats are certainly kept here, and they're edible, printable, and whatever you want to do with them, but they're all here. So you can go back and look at them. So if you wanted to delete this, you simply would come up here and you can hit the X button here, and that will delete that post. But I like to keep it here because if I need to go back and reference it, it's a quick way of going back. So if we want to look at this now, let's go back to Gemini. It's just clicking the little button here on the bottom left called Activity. All right, let's look at Gemini on my mobile device, my Pixel 8 Pro. So let's have a look here, and we're going to start it up now. You'll see, first of all, our first menu that we get. And then we're going to click the little button at the top here, which of course is my icon here. And we're going to open it up, and we're going to come to Gemini Apps Activity. Now what we'll find when we open this up is the menu system is practically exactly the same as it was on our PC. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing again, but it's exactly the same as I showed you on our PC. So you can do all the things exactly as I described. The only thing that I wanted to add is in the settings, you can now turn on Gemini so that it will work without unlocking your phone. You can leave your phone locked and Gemini will still work. That's, of course, the security settings for Gemini on your mobile device. So now we're going to look at Microsoft's Copilot. I'm going to show you this on my Windows 10 PC using the Copilot web app. Now, you'll see that, of course, loaded in the background now, but things are a little bit different with Copilot. Copilot is integrated into the Office products, such as Office 365. So your permissions and security features can be adjusted for each particular part of Microsoft Office 365 and all the different apps. I'm not going to cover that today. We're simply going to show you using Copilot as a standalone product and what the security settings are. All right, so let's have a look. We're now in Copilot. You probably recognize this. Again, we're going to go this time to the left-hand side, and we're going to come all the way down to the bottom here in the bottom left, and you'll see this, and we're going to click this, and we're going to go to Settings. And we bring up Settings, and the first thing you'll see here, well, you'll see lots of choices here, but the one where you want to go to is called Privacy, and that's right here. We'll click on this. And now you have the ability to toggle on and off diagnostic data sharing. So much as the other two we saw, you have your choice of whether you want to share your data or not. If we turn this on, it's basically just a toggle switch to turn it on or off. If you click this little eye here, this will take you to the Microsoft website and explain this in great detail for you. So very simplistic here. Yes, you either share it on or off. And coming down here, export or delete history. As we come up, this will take you to another web site, which is your Microsoft account. When it takes you to the website, it will be in your Microsoft account, and you can decide how you want to export or delete your history. You don't do it actually within the web app that you're using. All right, that's very easy to do for Copilot. Let's have a look at Copilot on your mobile device. All right, let's open the Copilot app up on my Pixel 8 Pro. So we're going to come down to the Copilot app. We're going to open the app, and this is the first screen that will come up. This may be a bit different on your Copilot on your mobile device. This is an Android device. I'm going to click over on the left-hand side, the three-dot menu right here, and then you're, of course, going to see prior conversations I've had. But I want to click my picture here on the top right. I'm going to click here, and we're going to come down, and this brings us into our settings. So we want to come down to Account, and then we're going to come to Permissions, but we're going to look at Privacy. And here's where you'll have only one item. You can certainly delete your account, or you're going to have View or Export or Delete History. When you choose this, it's going to take you to your Microsoft account. And again, you're going to have the same account settings as I showed you with your PC. This is going to log you online. There are actually none within the app. If we come back now and we look at permissions, we can, of course, look at notifications and local access. Notifications you can turn on or off, and location access to allow Copilot to give better local answers based on your information. But of course, this would require location access being turned on. You can turn this on or off. That's the permissions and security settings for Copilot on an Android mobile device. Episode 8, Privacy and Security Features. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If we have 2 more videos to make, if you want me to send you a personal invitation for episodes 9 and 10, you can just hit that subscribe button, and I'll be sure and do that. All right. The last video I have for you is one Bob did, and I think it's a good one, and it's on the privacy and security on Autofill. What's Autofill? Let's have a look.
It saves time, it feels smart, and it remembers everything for you. But what if your browser's autofill feature is actually your biggest online security risk? In just a few clicks, your personal info, your name, address, credit cards could be silently handed over to cybercriminals. Yikes! But don't worry, today we're diving into the hidden dangers of browser autofill and showing you safer, smarter ways to keep your data protected without losing that sweet, sweet convenience. Why browser autofill might not be a great idea. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. Autofill is a soft target for hackers and data snoops. Yes, even those sleek, popular browsers with shiny padlock icons. It can be tricked. Malicious websites can embed hidden fields in their forms. You think you're just entering your name and email, but your browser quietly fills in your home address, phone number, or worse, your credit card number in those invisible fields without you even realizing it. Sneaky, huh? Your data lives in the browser. Browsers store this sensitive info in your local profile. If someone gains access to your device, say a nosy sibling, coworker, or a hacker using malware, they could extract all your autofill data. That's like leaving your diary, wallet, and house keys on the kitchen counter. on fire during a break-in. Not always encrypted. Not all browsers store autofill data securely. If it's not encrypted properly or synced through a secure cloud service, that information is vulnerable, especially on shared or public devices. Cross-site autofill. Some browsers autofill information across all websites, regardless of your reputation. That sketchy pop-up coupon site you just clicked on, it might get the same autofill love as your trusted shopping site, and that's risky business. So what are the alternatives? Don't worry, you don't need to go back to the Stone Age of typing everything out manually. There's a smarter, safer tool to make your digital life both easy and secure. Number 1, Password Manager, the digital vault you need. Tools like Bitwarden, 1Password, Dashlane, and Keeper aren't just for storing passwords. They also store secure notes, credit card info, and identities, encrypted and protected by a master password. Most of them offer secure autofill features that only work when you explicitly allow it. Bonus, they can generate strong, unique passwords for every site you visit, so you won't be using Fluffy Bunny 123 on your bank account again. Number 2, secure browsers with built-in protection. Some browsers like Brave or Firefox offer improved privacy settings and safer ways to manage autofill. They may not be perfect, but they put more emphasis on user control and transparency. Number 3, user form filler extensions with caution. There are extensions specifically designed to autofill forms, but unlike browser autofill, these often give you more control over what gets filled and when. Just make sure the extension is from a trusted developer and has solid reviews. Number 4, manual entry. Yes, sometimes that's best. For high-sensitive tasks, like accessing your bank or filling taxes, it's better to manually type in your information. It takes a little more time, but adds a huge layer of security. Pro tips to stay safer online. Turn off autofill in your browser settings unless you're sure it's secure. Always use a strong master password for your password manager and enable two-factor authentication. Keep your browser and extensions updated. Security patches fix vulnerabilities that hackers love to exploit. Never, ever let your browser remember your credit card, CVV. That's a risk not worth taking. The verdict: autofill is convenient, but convenience often comes at the cost of security. Unless you're using a trusted password manager with top-tier encryption, you may be better off disabling browser autofill altogether. It's like leaving the keys to your digital life under a very obvious doormat. Stay safe, stay secure, and remember, convenience is great, but control is even better.
All right, good information. Before we get going on our music outro, I just want to say goodbye to our friends over on YouTube. If you would like to come over and participate in our show, would certainly be happy to have you. We still have room. Just pop over and join the Zoom meeting. Again, don't forget that we have our show on Thursday. So if you have to leave early, we will be around on Thursday. Okay, Mike, take it away. I'm just going to stop the live stream now and take it away.
Great. Just let me,
I can play your video as well. I've got them loaded for you.
yeah, great. I'm just going to share my So my featured artist today is one of my favorite types of music, a cappella. And before I go any further, just for Monsignor Mike, I selected a cut today with the lyrics included. So if he wants to sing along, you're more than welcome, Monsignor Mike. Home Free is an American a cappella group that blends country music with vocal harmonies. And to say country is kind of a misnomer because they do a wide spectrum of music. The group was formed in 2001 in Mankato, Minnesota by brothers Chris and Adam Rupp, along with Matt Atwood. Over the years, the lineup has evolved, and the current members include Adam Rupp, Tim Faust, Rob Ludquist, Adam Chance, and Adam Bell Bastian. Home Free gained widespread recognition after winning the 4th season of NBC's The Sing-Off in 2013, which earned them a $100,000 prize and a recording contract. Their ability to reimagine songs, just got to move my screen a little, have made them both fan favorites of both country and a cappella music. Their music is a blend of humor, emotion, vocal brilliance, and makes them a standout in the world of a cappella and country music, although they also do some gospel. And they've done a lot of collaborations with well-known artists such as Kenny Rogers, the Oak Ridge Boys, and others that escape my mind at the moment. Their ability to blend emotion and vocal talent has earned them a dedicated fan base known as the Home Fries. So I've selected 2 cuts today because Ron said we might be running a little short. The first is an original song called I've Seen Rain on the Mississippi Delta. And like I say, this one has the lyrics included. And the second is a sea shanty medley to show some of their diversity. So I'll put the links for both of these in the chat, and take it away, Ron. You can play the first one.
Makes me think
So
of Talamore.
I would encourage you to check them out on YouTube. They do a wide variety. If you like the religious gospel type, their rendition of the Old Rugged Cross is second to none. And they do everything. Another one to look for is Ring of Fire. I mean, you won't believe the tight harmonies.
So I think I just found the geeks a new intro for their music for their show, right? There's lots. It's a nautical theme, you guys. You know, I thought there's some good. The Drunken Sailor. That'd be a great opening for you guys. Excellent. So anyway, all right. Okay. Well, great show today, everyone. Thanks so much. We're going to open it up now to the Q&A.